Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. I wanted to speak today about something that seems to be coming through quite strongly. It's the idea of spiritual resonance and what that means. I've noticed a really big shift in the work that I'm doing and the people that I'm working with. And for many different reasons, this forced change in our lifestyle and really throughout many sectors of our lives has sparked a lot of interest in spirituality and has probably put a bit more pressure on a lot of us to explore that, to bring that into our lives in a more meaningful way. I know how vague and strange the word spirituality can be. And I've been introduced to the term of having a higher or high spiritual resonance and what that means. And I guess it really means that when we come across a frequency or an acknowledgement in someone else that is from the spiritual realm, that's what we really mean by spiritual resonance. Another word that could be linked to it fairly well is potential. So just like anything else, some of us have a greater potential to develop spiritual skills and spiritual connection. Just like some people have more potential for motor skills or physical sports or academia, music. Spirituality can really be in that plane as well. And I've learned over my journey and throughout my life that most things that we think are gifts and are inherited are actually just skill sets. If we've been around those skill sets for our formative years, then we would expect that we would pick up a skill a little bit easier than someone else that hasn't been around it. But it's opened up a lot of possibility in my life and in the work that I do, knowing that anything is possible if we just develop the skill set. Creating wealth is a skill set. It doesn't just happen to some people and other people. It's something that we learn about, we gain knowledge, we practice, we create habits, we rinse and repeat over and over, we bring it into our consciousness, we remove barriers, and that can be the same for spiritual resonance. People with spiritual potential are the ones that I guess already hold a bit of a blueprint towards that. But I also know through my experience that those with high spiritual potential are often the ones that will do anything to block it. I was certainly one of those people for a long time. Naturally intuitive, developing my skills around empathy, sensitivity, and that's why I used alcohol as a tool for so many years, because it would dampen those senses and just bring me back into the now and simplify my mind. And I wouldn't change any of that for the world. I would not take back one moment. But as I move into a higher spiritual resonance, as I bring spiritual skills into my life and I learn to develop and master them a little bit more, I can see that in other people as well. So I can see the potential in others, obviously, by meeting them or connecting with them, like we all do in a weird way. We gather information from people when we meet them face to face. We gather feelings, body language, all sorts of information that maybe we're not consciously aware of. And the word potential reminds me about my childhood. So I started dancing, I started ballet at age 3, and I really enjoyed it. And I danced all the way through to my teenage years. And I'm not sure how old I was, but I was too young to really comprehend, I guess, but people were using the word potential around me a lot. I learned that potential meant that I had what it took to take it further. But I don't think I really understood what that meant. I really enjoyed ballet, I really enjoyed dancing, but I was never top of my class, I was never excelling. I was always actually number two, strangely, through all the exams that I did and all the competitions and everything else. I was always number two. Now, I couldn't really comprehend why people would be using this word potential for a person that wasn't number one, for starters, but they saw something in me that I wasn't aware of. So, for some reason, the way that I moved showed them that I had what it took to take it further. Now, I don't know what that was specifically, they didn't really elaborate on that, but there was a word that I got used to hearing. And that is valuable information when we get that from other people, that we have potential or that they feel something that maybe we're not aware of. And I think that's really important to take note of. Those that I am attracting that have higher spiritual resonance or potential show really interesting characteristics around that, and also really interesting reactions. And just like anything else, if we want to develop those skills, if we want to build those muscles, if we want to bring spirituality into our life in a more meaningful way, we can do that any way we like. It doesn't have to be anyone else's version of spirituality. It can be grounded, it can be based on language or rituals or whatever we want, really. I think most people shy away from even the word spirituality because of all the connotations that it has and because of all the versions that they've seen that they don't like. But I'm hoping to change that. I'm hoping to share about my own journey towards becoming more spiritual and how that has made me more grounded, and I feel more authentic and more connected. I feel that it gives me energy that I can't find from food or people or my situation or society or whatever. I feel it has given me a new energy that is sustainable. And I just wanted to share that because a few people have asked, like, what do you mean by spiritual resonance? Like, what does that mean? It sounds good, feels good, but I don't really know what you're talking about. So I wanted to share that with you today. And if you're interested, or if you have been told that before, or if you feel like there's potential there, or even if you just want to explore, let me know. I'm very happy to share my own experiences in this realm and other realms. And I will be gaining more skills and knowledge in my shamanic medicine journey that I'm doing. I'm doing some advanced training with my mentor, Spirit Weaver, over the next few months. So that will introduce more skills, more of the unknown. I don't know which ones are going to work, which ones I'm going to like, but I feel like it's the right time and I'm dedicated to it. So please reach out at any time. Get in touch if you have any questions. But thank you for receiving, and thank you for your spiritual resonance, no matter where that lies. And I'm wishing you all the best and so much love. Thanks, guys. Bye.